"You're in danger, pretend I'm your wife," the single dad janitor whispered, his voice barely louder than the hum of the airport floor buffer. His hand tightened just enough around her wrist to feel real, convincing, urgent. She didn't know him. She didn't know why her heart suddenly started racing. But something in his eyes, steady, scared, protective all at once, made her nod without thinking. And in that instant, everything changed. Earlier that morning, the terminal had felt like any other. Announcements echoing, coffee machines hissing, tired travelers dragging their lives behind them in wheeled suitcases. She had arrived with a single carry-on and a mind full of noise, running from a past she hadn't fully escaped yet. She was trying to disappear into a crowd, to be invisible for just one more day. That's when she noticed the man watching her reflection in the glass storefront, pretending to wipe fingerprints that weren't there. A janitor's uniform, worn sneakers, a name badge scratched so badly she couldn't read it. And eyes that missed nothing. He had been invisible most of his life too. A single father, night shifts, double jobs, a quiet man raising a quiet son in a one-bedroom apartment where love had to be louder than money. He cleaned floors most people never noticed, and in doing so, he learned how to see what others ignored. Like the way a man in a dark jacket kept circling her. Like the way she flinched every time her phone buzzed. Like the fear she tried and failed to hide. When the man in the jacket started closing the distance, the janitor made a decision that could have cost him his job, maybe worse. He stepped into her path like it was the most natural thing in the world, lowered his voice, and said the words that would bind their fates together for the next few terrifying minutes. "You're in danger, pretend I'm your wife." She felt ridiculous at first, then terrified, then strangely safe as he pulled her gently against his side and began arguing with her in a low, familiar tone about groceries and missed calls, about dinner plans and kids' homework. The performance was flawless because it wasn't really a performance. He knew how to care. He knew how to protect. The man in the jacket slowed, watched, hesitated. A security guard glanced over. The danger shifted, then faded like a bad dream you're not sure actually happened. They walked together until her knees stopped shaking. She finally pulled back, thanked him, laughed nervously, then cried without warning. Right there between a vending machine and a closed gate, she cried for everything she had been carrying alone. He didn't ask questions. He just stood there, awkward and patient, offering his jacket like it was the most natural thing in the world. They talked. Slowly. Carefully. She told him about leaving an abusive relationship, about being followed, about always looking over her shoulder. He told her about his son, about working nights so the boy wouldn't be alone after school, about the quiet pride of surviving another month. Two strangers, stitched together by fear and kindness, realizing how close they had come to walking past each other forever. Security eventually got involved. The man in the jacket was questioned. A report was filed. She was safe, for now. When it was time to part ways, she hesitated, then asked his name. He smiled shyly, like someone not used to being remembered. She said she would never forget what he did. He shrugged and said he hoped one day someone would do the same for his son. Weeks passed. Then months. Life didn't magically become perfect, but it became lighter. She found the courage to rebuild. He kept cleaning floors, packing lunches, telling bedtime stories. And one afternoon, when his son's school hosted a small awards ceremony, he almost didn't go. Janitors don't usually belong in places like that, he thought. But he went anyway. That's when he saw her again. Standing at the podium, confident, strong, no fear in her eyes this time. She was there to announce a new community safety initiative, funded by a foundation she now worked for, an initiative inspired by an unnamed hero who stepped in when no one else did. She spotted him in the back, froze for a moment, then smiled so wide it felt like the room warmed. She told the story without names, but everyone knew. And when she asked the hero to come forward, the single dad janitor tried to disappear the way he always did. But the applause found him anyway. His son looked up at him like he was the tallest man in the world. Sometimes, danger doesn't look like a villain. Sometimes it looks like silence. And sometimes, the hero doesn't wear a uniform anyone salutes, just a worn badge and a tired smile. But courage is still courage. Kindness is still power. And one small act can ripple into 1,000 lives. If this story moved you even a little, don't let it end here. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, And share it, because you never know who might need to hear that heroes still exist, often right beside us, quietly cleaning the floor while watching out for strangers.